Hey, welcome back to the channel. Pull up a sandbag and sit on down, as today we're going to be deep diving into the most underrated group of soldiers in the British Army. They're the unsung heroes, the warriors of the road, the logistical legends themselves. I'm talking, of course, of the Royal Logistic Corps, or RLC, if you're in the know. And let me tell you, these guys make sure that the army don't get caught literally with their pants down. Like, seriously, where would the military be without logistics? They'd be stranded, hungry, and most importantly, without ammunition. Basically, a lot of confused blokes just walking around aimlessly. Almost everything that you will touch in theatre will have been handled by someone with an RLC cat badge. Alright, first things first, what is logistics and why should you give a shit about it? Well, logistics is basically the art of getting things from point A to point B. And no, this stuff isn't just gooning material from Amazon, okay? We're talking about ammunition, fuel, food, water, vehicles, and all important medical supplies. You name it, without these things, every military operation would fall apart faster than Martha's undercarriage. So just a quick history on the Logistic Corps real quick. So, the Logistic Corps was formed on the 5th of April 1993. It accumulated from 5 cat badges, these being the Royal Engineers, the Royal Corps of Transport, Royal Army Ordnance Corps, the Royal Pioneer Corps, and the Army Catering Corps, and parts of all those cat badges amalgamating into one to create the Sheriff's Badge that we have now. The RLC is also the only support service corps of the British Army that actually have battle honours. These include the Peninsula, the Battle of Waterloo, Lucknow, Peking, and Taku forts. The RLC is also known as the Really Large Corps, amongst other things. That's because we make up 16% of the British Army as a whole. There was also a TV show based primarily on the drivers of the Logistic Corps called Road Warriors, and I think there's a few seasons like on YouTube you can go check out if that's something you want to do. It shows them getting into firefights whilst transporting goods across the desert. Not so Renfrey now, huh? Now I get it, like, logistics, it isn't sexy, it's not flashy. You know, you're not going to see some RLC squaddy doing a backflip whilst firing off loads of rounds downrange. No. What they do is a little bit more important than that. So let's picture the scene. You're coming off an operation, you go into like a fob, or maybe you come into a harbour area and you see the RLC chef tent. I mean, can life get any better? I mean, it probably could. At that point, you probably want to go home and you're wet and you're miserable, but you will be happy to see them, my friend. Let's think of the RLC as a bit of a Swiss Army knife. You need someone to carry stuff? They're there. You need us to transport vehicles across harsh and treacherous lands? They've got it covered. Hell, they even deal with the entire supply chain, so you don't have to. They're the ones getting the right gear to the right place at the right time, usually. And I'm always reading online a lot of comments because I was RLC. I get called a Remph, I get called a hat, and fine, whatever. A lot of people that I've spoken to wish they joined the Logistic Corps. And considering the logistics is literally the spine of the military, I think y'all should be a little bit nicer. Next time maybe you hear someone shitting on the logistics, you know, maybe just remind them that without them you'd just be a load of dudes just stood around in kit looking alley as fuck, but in reality you're not really going anywhere. Now, the RLC isn't just about moving, you know, crates of beans and bullets about. No, we are trained to the same standard as all of these cat badges. There you go. And they've got to be ready for everything while starting theatre. Whether it's fixing a broken down vehicle in a convoy in the middle of nowhere, working under fire, or dealing with extreme conditions. The RLC always pull through. They even have specialist roles. We've got transport specialists. We've got ammo technicians. ERD, which if you don't know what that is, basically bomb disposal. We have supply specialists, driver specialists, even pet ops. Posties, we have posties too, delivering the morale whilst out in theatre from those blueies and e-blue, remember those? I mean, can you imagine sometimes some of the stress? Hey, could you deliver this life-saving piece of equipment or medical supplies out to this part in the field? Oh, and by the way, don't mess up because people might die. So yeah, they might not be the first that comes to mind when you think of military greatness. But trust me when I say this, without them, the army would be an entire mess. So maybe the next time you see an RLC squaddy, give him a little bit of a nod, maybe a thumbs up, because trust me, he'll look after you, but don't hide their chips. So that's a little touch on the Logistic Corps. If you want me to maybe dive into some of the specialities that the Logistic Corps offers, please let me know in the comments below. And until next time, look after you buddies, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Should I do the right thing?